All right, hi. So today we're here with.
Malena Rivera,
Okay, where are you from?
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico, nice. As I mentioned earlier, did you maybe watch any Netflix shows such as like Squid Games?
Yes, I did.
What did you think about the Squid Games?
I thought it was really well made. Most of my friends watched it. I watched it with some friends back at college. It was really interesting, even though I found it a little bit gruesome but it was still fun, yeah.
Did you notice that in Squid Games when they essentially cut people off or terminate them, that they do it through Korean traditional games?
I read about that, but I didn't notice it at first.
What did you think about the game specifically? Like, was it childish or was it interesting to you? Was it new?
It was interesting because it did seem like games that like children would play, but it's flipped essentially. So you have adults doing them, like playing them to save their lives. So it was pretty interesting in that sense.
Do you think that was one of the biggest charms that Squid Games had, the traditional games, to attract other foreign viewers to say, oh, this is how we grew up in Korea?
I hadn't thought of it in that way. I thought it was just a way of highlighting how people had to go back to like what they all knew, something they all had in common to be able to survive together.
Do you know anything about other Korean traditional games or just the ones you saw in Squid Game?
Actually, I don't really know much about Korean traditional games.
So if you don't know it, then you haven't played any either, right?
No, I have not.
Would you be open to learning about Korean traditional games?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you know, Squid Games 2 is coming out soon.
I did not know that, but
Okay, Squid Games 2 is coming out soon.
Yeah.
So they're probably going to bring new aspects to the show. What do you expect and what do you want to see, I guess?
Is it like it? I don't know exactly what the timeline is going to be, but it would be interesting to see some background of some of the characters' lives before Squid Game. But I don't know exactly what kind of aspects about their culture is going to like highlight in this sense.
All right, that's it for our interview.
Yeah.
Thank you for agreeing to interview with us.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Hi, today we're here with...
Valentine.
Sorry?
Valentine, or you can say Valentine or Valentine.
Valentine. Okay, where are you from?
France.
France, nice. Have you watched Squid Games?
Yes, I did watch Squid Game.
Did you notice that in Squid Games, the games they play to kill people off are Korean traditional games?
Yeah, I noticed because we have a lot of traditional games in France, but it's really different. So I noticed.
What did you think about the Korean traditional games in Squid Games?
I think like even if it was really different from French games, it was, child games, or it was like kind of this. Even if it was different, we could see it was child games, so it was kind of similar. I don't know how to explain that.
What was similar in French traditional games and Korean traditional games?
Like in the beginning, it's just games you do as a child to have fun. So that was the same thing, but these games.
Do you know about any other traditional games other than the ones in Squid Game?
Oh, I think I don't.
Okay. Have you ever played these Korean traditional games yourself in Korea?
Not in Korea, but in France, we had like a school club about Korean culture. So I actually played the game, when you have to throw.
Oh, dakji?
Yeah, I played that. Yeah.
What did you think about playing? How did you feel, or did you have fun, or what did you think about playing the dakji game?
It was fun, but it was really hard because I missed every time I throw it, but it was fun.
What do you think is the most fun and the attractive component of Korean traditional games? Is it the childish part, or is it the thrill, or which one is it?
I think it's maybe the childish part because it's really simple game, but even if it's simple, you can have fun. And yeah, it's real simple game, but you can still have fun.
So simple and fun is why it's popular?
Yeah.
Okay. What are some traditional games that you play in France?
We do hide and seek. Sorry, I have to think about that. That has been a long time. Hide and seek. Oh, and the rope. Two people were holding a rope and they were doing like this and you have to jump.
Oh, jump rope kind of thing?
Yes, you have to do that. And we played with a lot of cards actually at my time. We had like Pokemon cards and stuff like this.
Yeah. So what you're saying is since French traditional games and Korean traditional games have similarities, that you could when you watch Squid Games, you could kind of relate, is what you're saying?
Yes, because even if the rules are kind of different, it's still kind of the same principle, of the games. So yeah.
So what we're doing with our project is basically trying to promote Korean traditional games and let it be more known worldwide, just like Squid Games did. So how do you think from now on Koreans can kind of promote, or how do we do that from now on? Do you have any idea? If you don't, it's okay.
Maybe I have one, but these days to have something famous, people use a lot of SNS, like social media. Even for songs, they do some dance challenge. So maybe doing a challenge on TikTok or something like that could be a good idea.
A popular challenge or something like that.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us today. We hope you have a great day.
Yeah.
Hi. Today we're here with
Louis,
Louis. Where are you from?
France.
You mentioned that you already watched Squid Games, correct?
Yeah.
Did you notice that in Squid Games, when they essentially kill people off, they do that by doing Korean traditional games such as the dakjichigi or the dalgona and stuff like that?
Yeah.
What did you think about those games when you were watching the show? Was it childish? Was it interesting? Or
No, I thought it was very interesting because, and I think it's something that comes up fairly often, that you take something that's very childish, but you make it very much morbid, I don't know, I think oftentimes in horror movies you will see like dolls, really child things that become scary once they're associated with death. So I thought it was very interesting.
You thought the childish component was what made it so popular because it was so normal for everyone, but they made it so it was kind of killing people and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Other than Squid Games, are you familiar with other Korean traditional games?
I only heard about one card game that is very popular for gambling, but that's it. I don't know the name.
Ghost Stop. Is it the little red cards?
Yeah, exactly.
Would you be open to learning more about Korean traditional games in general?
Yeah, for sure.
And your reasoning is because it's fun or because you like to learn new things? Or
I think while being here, I want to experience the culture as much as I can. So learning about traditions and would definitely be interesting.
So a big part of Korean culture is the traditional games that we as Koreans play as we're growing up. Do you know anything about Korean games?
I watched Squid Games, so I know the ones from that, but other than that, not really.
What did you think about the games in Squid Game?
They seemed fun. Yeah.
What do you think the biggest appeal was in those games? Was it because of the childishness or the thrill? Or what made you think that it made Squid Game, the drama, so popular?
I guess the stakes were higher in Squid Games, obviously, but it seems like games that you could get really good at, so you could impress friends and stuff.
So you think the biggest appeal in Korean traditional games is that it's easy while it's fun, it's simple?
Yeah.
Are there any Korean traditional games that you play in the US as a kid?
I don't think so, no.
None at all?
Or just any traditional games?
In the US?
I guess jump rope, but nothing that you needed much intense skill.
While living in America, are there opportunities to learn about Korean culture or Korean traditional games? Are there I don't know, some clubs you can get into or stuff like that?
Yeah, my university has Korean Culture Club and then Korean Dance Club. So those two sometimes put on events to show more about Korean culture.
That's very interesting. So when they do events, they probably bring Korean food in and Korean games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So what our project essentially is that we're trying to promote Korean traditional games and make it more known worldwide. So as a foreigner yourself, coming from America, what do you think that we can do as students to make sure to kind of help it be known more worldwide, just like Squid Games did?
I guess what you're kind of doing now, talking to international students, so then when they go home they can either teach their friends or just tell other people and spread it that way.
So you think it would be also a good idea for us to do an interview where we play the games ourselves with foreigners and then, help promote it that way?
Yeah, I guess like teaching the rules or just teaching the games as well.
All right, that's our interview for today. Thank you so much for your help.